Palm Springs, a 2.5-hour drive from LA, is the new it place to hang. But it's also a living museum of some of the world's finest modernist architecture. And today I am on a search to be visually inspired by the sophistication and flair of California's mid-century modern lifestyle. Helping me curate my cultural journey is longtime resident and architecture enthusiast Robert Imber. And today we are focusing on the neighborhood of Vista Los Palmas.
It almost feels like you're walking through a giant gallery, just wandering around the neighborhood.
You know, this Palm Springs, the city of Palm Springs, is like a museum of architecture. There's something interesting in every block, nearly every corner.
Our first stop is the historic Morse House, which was remodeled in the early 60s to glamorize and expand the home, turning it into a Hollywood-style entertainment residence, which it certainly has had over its lifetime.
This one's for Lise, Norma Jean, Patty Boyd, and Carole King, Hollywood lawn, Linda Eastman, Candy.
The house has had one particularly famous owner, Ed L'Amato, agent to celebrities like Mel Gibson, Diana Ross, Suzanne Stone, Richard Gere. Wherever he lived, he'd have lavish blowout parties, always dressed to the nines in the finest clothes, but he never wore shoes at the parties.
The attention to detail and focus the owners have put into making sure every piece in the home is authentic to the mid-century era makes you feel like you've actually stepped back into the 60s. Just a short 5-minute walk around the corner, and our next stop was once home to none other than the king himself, Elvis. And during the 60s, Elvis was one of the biggest movie stars in the world, making it important for him to live close to LA. Now, he also had just married Priscilla and needed a little privacy, so they chose to live in this very home in 1966 for a whole year.
And they were going to be married here, but a gossip columnist, a very famous gossip columnist named Rona Barrett, she was getting wind of the wedding. They got nervous, so Frank Sinatra lent them his private jet, and they flew to Las Vegas and married. Came back the same day, I think. Lived here on and off for about a year.
I should also point out the significance of this bedroom, because around 9 months after they started their honeymoon, in this home, along came Lisa Marie.
When you sit here and actually think that one of the greatest icons the world's ever seen lived in this house,
absolutely,
you can kind of feel it.
You know, these houses, they're iconic stories.
Yeah.
After learning that my all-time favorite singer, Frank Sinatra, also once lived in Palm Springs, I just had to check out his pad. And sure enough, only a 5-minute drive away is the former home of Old Blue Eyes.
So when did Sinatra move into this house?
Sinatra built this house in 1947. This was on open desert. There was a landing strip nearby here. You'd hire a plane, you'd look for the house on the desert, land your plane, and walk over for cocktails.
A total trendsetter. He made everyone follow him.
Got that right. Got that right.
Hearing tales of old Hollywood parties has got me all inspired to have a little fun myself. And I've been told that the place for that is the Ace Hotel, Palm Springs.
Back in the 1960s, this place used to be an old motel, and what's really cool is that the Ace kept most of the original building intact and just added their own unique style.
With 180 rooms, including 11 suites, designed with a Woodstock vibe, featuring vintage furniture and old-school prints, anything you fall in love with in your room, you could actually buy.
Thanks, man. And make sure you come down to the pool, because on weekends between 12 and 5, they have a DJ playing. This whole thing erupts into a big pool bar. How fun is this? So I'm going to enjoy all of this, and I'll see you guys from Palm Springs next time.